Good evening everybody, welcome back to the Zwift games. Stage 2. Oh, that's a good point. Thank you for reminding me, Zwift. I need to switch bikes. Where are we? Garage. I need to stop first. Yeah, welcome. Roughly 20 kilometer race tonight on the undulating roads of New York City. Hudson Hustle is the course. Race starts in about 15 minutes, so you can skip if you're watching this on catch up, or you can, well, go and make yourself a cup of tea in that time. What am I looking for? Garage, bicycle. So the reason why I raced, I missed the race that the big riders were doing a couple of hours ago was because I wasn't even in the country. I wasn't even in Wales. I was in England. I was driving back about 3.5 hours from a bike show. So that's why I missed it. And in fairness, the guys messaged me, Nico messaged me before and asked if I was racing. And I said, I'm sorry, I won't be able to make it. I won't be back in time. But here we are. We've made it at least back in time to do it tonight. So I also don't know how good my legs are going to be after being sat down in a car for 3.5, 4 hours with about 15 minutes of warm-up. And for your information, I literally got out of the car maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. So those are my excuses tonight. Did I get anything shiny? No. Nothing shiny, but I did meet the folks who head up ASOS London, the boutique in London. I met them for the first time. I met the exposure lights people. Wahoo were there as well. Well, it could be that the microphone's quite far away. Is that better? Microphone's closer. How's that? What was the time then from Niall's race? Was it 25 minutes? I think it was it? From the book of excuses, my friend. Yes, it was a trade show. So I went up there with the guy who I trust with my bike mechanic, or my bike maintenance mechanic. He has trade accounts with various distributors. But on top of distributors being there are obviously other brands. So he decided to invite me at the very last minute, which I'm very grateful for. So I went up yesterday. We did a little gravel ride. We took the gravel bikes, did a little gravel ride around Milton Keynes. If any of you know that area. We rode alongside the Grand Union Canal for 10 kilometers, which was cool. And yeah, enjoyed it. It was a good whistle stop 24 hours. But probably doesn't do my recovery much good because I was sat down a lot, obviously driving, but then also I was stood up a lot. From probably about 9 a.m. this morning till 1 p.m. I don't think I sat down once. So let's hope my legs don't feel like concrete tonight. Oh, Gareth, funny enough, I spoke to the guys at Exposure there about the Sirius. I said to them that I use it now virtually every ride, and I haven't really charged it since its first charge, so it's done me well so far, although I haven't ridden much outside, so take of that what you will. No, we weren't quite in Milton Keynes. We parked up, we rode, and we went to a hotel afterwards. Because the trade show, it's called Core Bike Show, C-O-R-E, Core Bike. It's just down the road from Silverstone Motor Racing Circuit. No doubt I don't need to tell you what that is. I tell you what though, the potholes around there are diabolical. So many potholes. Crazy. Ooh. So sub 25 minutes. Anything around 25-minute mark tonight then is the goal. Ah, we worked in Milton Keynes for 5 years. Oh wow. The roads breathe. Hey, Teppo! Right on. I got my RM onto here. It's just been charging, so I hope there's enough charge in there. Hey, thank you, Peter. We've got about 5 minutes now, folks, until the race starts. Thank you, Gareth. Evening SC. Did I recover okay from my VO2 max session? Kind of. But I drove up 4 hours to Milton Keynes yesterday. Spent 4 or 5 hours standing up today at a bike show. And then spent 4 hours sitting down again, and about half an hour ago I got home from that long journey. So I'm hopeful my legs are okay tonight, but I don't know. In all honesty, I don't know. We will see. How's the chamois? It is grand. The chamois is one of the things that people rave about when they talk about Astos kit. But I've been loving the comfort level. Indoors particularly, I think. Yeah, particularly indoors. I don't use chamois cream. I never have really. Once or twice maybe. But I'm not a chamois cream user. So yeah. Thank you for the good luck messages tonight. We'll give it a good stab. We can only do what we can do. I am fully expecting to lose quote unquote time against the fastest Zwift game slot tonight because of the circumstances. But we'll see what happens. See what happens. As long as I do a sub 24 minute, we'll be happy. Thank you, Kerry. Nice little insight there that it's good in the draft. Now I could have done the 7 o'clock or the 7:15. Obviously, we've got the 6:15 slot coming up now. I could have done the 7:15, but it didn't seem to be as many people entered into that time slot, and I thought, even if, you know, we're looking to move as fast as possible, then ideally I need more people. So that's what I'm banking on. 60 people so far. 2 people that I follow. I wonder who that is. Without looking, I'm not sure. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the stream tonight, everybody. It's obviously going to be a short one. These are short events, sub 30 minutes, ideally. So short, sharp, good bit of fun, hard racing, and yeah, it's good to stream. So I hope you enjoy. 50 seconds to go. Okay, here we go. 30 seconds. Okay, thank you, Lloyd. I've not seen anything about the power-up, so thank you for that information. Let's see what happens. There's James Phillips. That's one rider I spotted straight away. In that kit. Here we go. Fast start. I can't draft him. That should be a GIF or a meme. It looks like there is cohesion. People want to work. That's interesting. That's good. Very good. Not like Zwifters to work together. Still a nice group size. Nice group size. Evening, Bert. Are you still out in Calpe? Just got back. Lovely stuff. Been following your rides on Strava? Power ups! Wow, that's some power, hey guys. 436 for 20 minutes. Chapeau. Wow, have we climbed 114 meters already? Doesn't feel it. Now it seems like a good time to say that I'm also training for a PB 20-minute effort. 400 watts I'm aiming for 20 minutes. And I hope to achieve that before April the 1st. So subscribe, follow along. I live streamed one of my training sessions the other day. so you can see what is going on. No, Peter, no. No, I've got about 22 watts to find. But funny enough, the closest I've come to it in recent years was 10 days before I took the KOM on Sacalobra in Mallorca. I think it was 393 watts for 21 minutes. So that was about, when was that, 3 or 4 years ago? So all I really did for that then was to tailor my training in those last 6 weeks to be able to do something like that. So that's the, if anything, it's just going to be interesting to see how close I can get to it, even if I don't achieve it. How close I can get to it with specific sessions and a very methodical approach. We shall see. Gives me something to focus on, so that's a good thing as well, of course. Yeah, this time I'm not focused on weight, so that's not something I'm thinking about. It's all about the power this time. What type of workouts? Workouts that are going to raise the roof, so to speak. Improve my ability to work at a higher percentage of my VO2 max. That's essentially the goal. I mean, yeah, that is the idea, Martin. That is the idea. I had a few questions from people asking if that workout was something that I found on Zwift, but no, that was a custom workout tailored to what I needed. Yes, long base rides certainly have their place, particularly as I'm still training for other events, so I still need to keep those in, but I need to make sure I do them cleverly and not too hard, not falling into that trap. Otherwise I carry too much fatigue into the sessions, the real hard intensity. Those are the sessions that are going to really move the needle and improve things for me more than any amount of volume will at the moment. So the priority is maybe one base sort of endurance steady ride a week, but the priority is really on those intervals. Alright, so you guys in the chat were saying we need to keep this feather, right? Is that true? We need to save it. The last kick, so where is that exactly? Like right at the end? Okay, understood. Understood. Yeah, you're right, Peter. You're all right. Pace has been too easy. I mean, it does go to show how big the group still is, of course. There hasn't been any attacks or anything. But it doesn't matter. Maybe we'll try again. Who knows? At the end of the day, it's It's good fun. I've got to put it into context with my day of traveling, and obviously stage 5, is it stage 5? Is a really hilly stage, so big gaps will open there for sure. Plus I'm going to do a massive attack now anyway. That was a bit of a waste. Oh. Oh. As in, I attacked, put in all that effort, and then finished 0.6 seconds in front. Oh, good ride and all. Oh, good race. Ah, Teppo, I saved mine. I was told to save mine. Oh. I wonder if second place is the same rider that I got chatting to in the Haute Route Alps last year. Is that Roy? I'm suspecting it is, but I'm not sure. If it is you, Roy, reach out. Oh. I felt like I felt like with the travelling earlier, leaving it as late as possible. I think if I'd gone early, I think my heart rate would have been a bit too fresh, or rather, I would have felt a bit too fresh. My heart rate would have climbed, and I think I would have fatigued quite quickly, with my legs sort of feeling, you know, that travel feeling. So I left it late. Oh, it's all red at the end, I imagine. Or majority of it. Oh! Lots of red. Lots of red. Yeah, so we finished approximately 1 minute down on, well, what I assume is the fastest Zwift Games time so far in the race a couple of hours ago. Ah, Richard Wilson. I think all things considered, 1 minute deficit. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. I knew this would happen, but you know, that's not too bad. Not too bad. And as I said, the group was good. You know, rolling all together. Nobody doing any silly attacks or trying to split the group. I think it was quite respectful, quite quite cohesive, and up until the end, I think a few people pointed out in the chat they were expecting some attacks, and I did say one would probably come, but obviously I think I would have liked to have raced in that race with Nico, Nal and a couple of the others, but there we go. It is what it is. Still, we've ticked that one off, and you know, next week will be another one. I'll be able to race the other one, the peak time next Monday and the following Monday and the following Monday. So it was only this Monday that was going to be an issue. So normal service will resume. Last week, I think after last week, I was lying in 10th overall. I'm not sure what I'll be now. Maybe falling down a couple of spaces, no doubt. But having said that, Nal had broken away, so he did have a gap at the finish, didn't he? I think. So I guess you know, maybe it depends what time the group did, guys. If anyone jumps on Nal's YouTube channel right now and sees how much of an advantage he had over the group behind, who knows? Oh, they were only 4 seconds. So the gap was. So did they? Right. So he spent the whole race off the front in a breakaway, but only They must have pulled him back towards the end then, is it? Or did they slowly close the gap? Surely he didn't have only a handful of seconds the whole race. Oh wow, okay. So they did, wow, they almost pulled him back. 10 seconds was max. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. It goes to show, if this was a daily stage race, that, you know, that would have been a lot of energy expended for, in this case, only a 3-second gain. And it's the same situation with me there. Obviously, I only gained 0.6 of a second for an attack so close to the finish. So if we were doing this on a daily basis, I think both of us potentially would have looked at that and gone, we'll just, you know, stick to the pack, or, you know, if the gap doesn't grow enough, then it's one of those where you have to weigh up the amount of energy spent. But you do lose a lot of time in that sprint at the end there, don't you? Always that last, because we've always done races on this course, or this finish, haven't we? We've done them quite a lot, and that finish, you always hemorrhage time if you're on your own, don't you? Like, you can be 10 seconds in front, and you come to the end and you're like literally lose 10 seconds. Oh, so currently 28th overall. What, can you see the time? Can you see the time to say, you know, the top 10? How far away I am from the top 10? And then obviously how far I am away. I mean, I could look myself. You don't have to tell me. I could look myself later, but if well, in context, folks, this was literally all I was planning on riding this evening, which seems mad, but in the grand scheme of my training plan over the next 4 weeks, 5 weeks, really, today, this is all that was required to do a little warm-up, do this race, and that's it. Tomorrow, according to my plan that I have got down, I'm going to do a 90-minute endurance ride, but we'll see. We'll see how the body feels, how I feel after a good night's sleep. Because obviously I was sleeping in a hotel last night, and you don't always necessarily sleep as well as you do when you're at home. So I'll see. $255, is that to first place? I imagine. That's a big gap. That's a big gap for 2 flat 20-minute races. Oh. So my next big training session is going to be Wednesday, and then on Saturday. So on the Saturday just gone, you can see that I did a VO2 Max training session that I live streamed. My plan over the next coming weeks is, if the weather is bad, obviously, or if it's dangerous outside with wind, I'll come inside and I'll do that training session, the important training session. I'll live stream the session. But ideally, I'd like to do it outdoors, if the weather is good. So I won't be doing any racing over the next couple of weeks, other than the Zwift games. So today I lost 3 minutes. No way that I got 3. I thought Niall set the fastest time, and I only lost like 55 seconds, 1 minute to Niall. So how could I have lost 3 minutes today? I'm going to have to see this for myself, because the maths don't work out there. Now that makes sense. Now being 46.19, that makes sense. But how is there such a big gap between myself and Niall and, well, obviously the fastest rider? I think we got to take this leaderboard with a pinch of salt. Is that right? Like, because obviously last week we had an issue with a 7 watt per kilogram rider going off the front, or 7.5 watt per kilogram rider pulling off the front, and obviously this is a community event, of course, as well, so it's not necessarily you know, yeah, so who, so okay, ignore first, says Brian, ignore first. Some guy done this first race in 1911. Well, that's impossible. Yeah, okay. I think I need to take this with... I think we need to... Okay. I will go away and do some homework. I will look it up myself and see... see what the lay of the land is. We will see what the lay of the land is. But, no. Guys... Thank you very much for tuning in this evening. Again, I'm sorry. I do feel a little bit bad. I do feel like I've let you down a little bit by not being able to do the prime time slot, you know, with Niall, with Nico, with the other guys. You know, I do apologize, like, because as much as this is just, you know, good fun, I do want to still make it, you know, a good fight, entertaining, all of the above. But with, you know, I guess you can call it's a work obligation. Going there today to see the people who are supporting me, some of the brands that were supporting me this year. So, so I felt like I had to go, and it was a good opportunity to go to network and to show my face, you know, for all that they've done for me. So, I do feel a little bit bad that I missed the prime time slot, but I know, you know, hopefully you forgive me for that. But we'll be back to normal. I hope we'll be back to normal in the coming Mondays for the prime time slots. I will do my very best to be there and clear other obligations. So, thanks very much for tuning in, supporting tonight, or this afternoon, this morning, wherever the heck you are. And we'll see you then. Take care, everybody. Have some good rides and workouts this week. Maybe I'll catch you on a live stream or one of my workouts. But keep a lookout, and I'll see you very soon. Thanks for stopping by.